Test 1, 2. down, arrows on our left and right.
What is this PowerPoint?
This is a PDF.
PDF, okay. And we have a bottle of water.
We will.
Thank you.
My apologies. We just got some.
It's all good. Is this your... No, I'm here. Hello. Welcome. How are you today? I feel a sense of anticipation and excitement. It is a good day. I would like to welcome you to this graduation of SMU Guildhall. I would like to start by recognizing our faculty and staff who have ably guided us through these last few years. And so I will ask you to hold your applause until the end, and if you want to stand as I read your name, please do. Matt Butler, Jeff Cabot. Wait to the end. I know you love them. They took a lot of care for you. Did Jeff? Yeah. Dr. Corey Clark, Squirrel Iserloh, Boris Fisher, Mark Leone, Juwan McDowell, Mike Olette, Mike Porter, Martin Sawkins, Dr. Carl Steiner, Brandon Stevens, Dr. Elizabeth Stringer, Steve Stringer, Katie Wood Clark. Now we can apply, and you will notice not everyone on the stage is faculty. We will get to them. Don't worry, I didn't forget them. We're good. Yeah. Seated. I would also like to recognize our staff. Again, please hold your applause until the end. And they are scattered around making sure everything works, so if you can just kind of wave wherever you are. Renee Archambault, Janelle Dalby, Mary Ensley, Lindsay McConigal, Matthew O'Neill, Levi Sterling, Andrea Teich, and Mallory Trumpfeller. SMU Guildhall places a great value on the support we receive from the industry and our partners. I would like to take this time to acknowledge a very special guest and someone who has supported us at virtually, from the beginning, not virtually, and at virtually every graduation, Steve Nix, CEO of Forward XP. So after 2 years, are you ready to graduate? This is not rhetorical. Cohort 33, you and your loved ones have sacrificed a great deal to achieve this goal. You can now join the more than 1,000 alumni of SMU Guildhall, alums who have been actively contributing to the future and at more than 350 studios worldwide. We have a large footprint. There is a large Guildhall family. It is one of the responsibilities and honors I have to present some remarks to the graduates, if you will, the final lesson, the final boss. Uncertainty. It is not a word that is often spoken at a commencement ceremony. Today, however, we must confront that uncertainty head on. This is a moment rightly reserved for celebration, and trust me, we will, and we will honor your achievements and anticipate your future triumphs. But if we ignore the uncertainty in our industry at this moment in time, we cannot fully appreciate all the possibilities that lie ahead. There have been layoffs and game cancellations, which create uncertainty about hiring. Generative AI has caused uncertainty about the process and methods of how video games are made. There is uncertainty in global economic markets around tariffs. There is uncertainty about how much a AAA game should cost. Are you willing to pay $100 for the base version of GTA 6? Is $80 too much for the new Mario Kart? Everyone knows that remote and hybrid works in the game industry is going to continue to be widespread, if not the norm. But there is no certainty about how to do this well, as every studio does it slightly differently. Yet we know at times of uncertainty is the time that gives birth to possibilities and opportunity. It is the soil in which innovation takes root, inviting new voices and fresh perspectives that can join the conversation and take it to new places. We are at a time when smaller studios can emerge alongside the large established giants and publishers, replacing and replanting the landscapes in ways that we have not yet dreamed of. It's not like people have stopped playing video games. It's not like consumer spend has dried up. In fact, I would say it's only going to increase. We know that this generation of children has grown up on Roblox, Fortnite, and live streaming. And this creates a dynamic that creates an expectation of meaningful online worlds in which user-generated content is the norm. We don't have time to talk about this today, but I'm going to do a podcast soon. Here's my hot, spicy take. Social media has peaked. All this worry about the social media companies, don't. Because that's not where the future is. The future is in video games, online worlds that provide a much more compelling community, provide a much more compelling interaction. Instead of luring people into doom scrolling, invite them into communities and environments and worlds where they can create and build and change. Games are a place where our world and we can flourish. Therefore, it is an honor and a privilege to have been on this journey with you. It is with awe and humility that I speak for the entire Guildhall community to congratulate the graduates as you disperse across the globe. We are very proud of our students. Our students have worked on many things that have impressed us. Dynamic game art, creature and scene creation and transformation, historical recreation, sound design, level tension and response, combat design, generative AI, virtual reality, player motivation, spatial composition, game flow, player immersion, storytelling systems and technical design, player exploration and engagement, team communication, player demographics and personality, esports, modern rendering techniques, AI navigation, real-time animation, visual effects, physics simulation, procedural generation, engine development, user-generated content, and more. This cohort also created a number of amazing games, as we call them internally TGPs. Their capstone games, Envy and Mirrored Phantoms, and their middle TGP, A Fastival, were successfully published online and have many players globally who enjoy them. And this is the true test, right? It isn't a faculty giving a grade. It is players in the marketplace saying, we appreciate this. We want to interact with this. All of these games received positive reviews, and combined, over 175,000 unique players have played these 3 games. So cohort 33, it is the same passion, innovation, skill, and instincts which you have demonstrated and proven over the past few years that will take you far. There is no doubt in my mind that while it will take you longer than perhaps graduates of past years, the skills that you have gained at the Guildhall are in demand. Be patient. I have seen the benefits of this Guildhall degree and the alumni network, which is why I charge the graduating class of 2025. Use your craft to explore the great tapestry of human expression. Create, through video games, moments of joy and justice in which a world that needs them now more than ever can experience them through your works of art. And with that, I would like to invite our student speaker, who was selected by his fellow classmates. I would like to introduce Zane Herrera.
Well, we did it. Wow. I would like to start by thanking all the SMU Guildhall faculty and staff. Most of us came to Guildhall knowing nothing about game development. Most of us will leave Guildhall knowing something about game development. And that's thanks to your knowledge and many, many, many years of experience. Your guidance, mentorship, and patience is what gives Guildhall the value that it has. These graduates are part of your legacy, and I think we will make you proud. Of course, none of us would be here without the love and support of our friends and family, some of whom we have present here with us today. These are the people that, no matter what happens at school, we could always come with our problems. To those people in attendance, and to those who couldn't be here with us, I would like to say thank you. I've been thinking a lot lately, and while that is unusual, it has had me reflecting on our time here at Guildhall. I don't know about all of you, but I think it has simultaneously gone by in a flash and felt like it would never end. That's pretty incredible. Think about all the things that we've learned during that time. There's so much that it's impossible to list it all, but I'm going to try to anyway. So here is a list of things that Guildhall has taught us these last 2 years. And I would also like to apologize in advance to all the friends and family in attendance. A lot of these things that I'm going to list are highly technical and a lot of jargon, and you likely aren't going to understand everything I'm going to be saying. That's because you aren't damaged like us. And so just nod your head and smile. It'll be over soon. All right, here we go. Things Guildhall has taught us. Guildhall taught us that we are, and I quote, the serious cohort. We are so serious that our first game as a class was a racing game set in a carnival. You throw pies at other players, and the ringleader is a purple anthropomorphic rabbit. It's extremely serious. In that same serious vein, Guildhall taught us that there aren't nearly as many clown jokes as you think there would be. Certainly not enough to fill a whole semester. And write your own jokes, I hear you say. Well, it's also incredibly difficult to write clown jokes, even when you have your best clown on it. Guildhall taught us that it doesn't matter how big and beautiful a bridge you build. Brandon Stevens is going to knock it down anyway. He'll say it's because you didn't follow the assignment or didn't ask the right questions, but I'm pretty sure he just likes breaking things, like Legos and dreams. Guildhall taught us that pitching a game is hard. You don't know what kind of game you want to make exactly. The stakeholders don't know what kind of game they want you to make exactly. But they do know that they don't want poorly set green Jell-O at 10 a.m. in the morning. Guildhall taught us that the difference between a bug and a feature is sometimes just marketing, and whether the professor noticed. Guildhall taught us that the line between genius game design and what were they thinking is incredibly thin and often only visible in hindsight. Guildhall taught us that every team project is a master class in diplomacy, crisis management, and figuring out who last broke the build. You know who you are. Guildhall taught us that mannequins in mannequin factories are scary, but they aren't nearly as scary as low frame rates and Russian gamers. Russian gamers are brutal. I guess it's hard to make a horror game that matches with their day-to-day life. Guildhall taught us that sometimes games are hard to describe. Some say that MV doesn't fit neatly into a genre box. To that we say, precisely. It's not about genre, it's about the experience, which sounds much more sophisticated than admitting we couldn't figure out which box it goes in. Guildhall taught us that the concept of time is now measured in sprints, milestones, and the terrifyingly fast approach of a deadline. I'm glad we have weekends back, but they weren't there for a long time. Guildhall taught us that our search history is now 90% error messages and obscure forum posts from 2007, and that the person who posted the original question will never, ever post the answer. Guildhall taught us that programmers are extremely competitive. Unfortunately for the other tracks, they have the skills to back it up. If a programmer comes up to you asking if you want to play a game and they swear they've never played it before, they are lying. They have played that game and they are excellent at that game and you are being hustled. Programmers are also really good at naming things. Though the world will always know it as Fastival, we will always know it in our hearts as Matthew TBD Game. Guildhall taught us that the 5 stages of grief accurately describe debugging code. Denial, that can't be my bug. Anger, at the computer, the language, the universe. Bargaining, if I just change this one thing, it'll work. Depression, it will never work, I chose the wrong career. And acceptance, okay, it was missing a semicolon. Guildhall taught us not to kill your artists, but it also taught us that that threshold is really high. They're a tough bunch. But I know an artist hates to see a level designer come and walk in their way, needing a new chair or door or something useless like that. But they just smile and say, add it to the list. Tough bunch. Guildhall taught us that the producers, actually, I'm not sure what the producers do. I know they're always stressed, so I'm sure they're doing something. I asked them once, and they said, and I quote, did you check the JIRA board? And I was too afraid to ask what the JIRA board was, and I think it's probably too late to ask now. I never did figure out why they were so stressed. Guildhall taught us that the level designers are periodically plagued by a mysterious disease. This disease appears once every 2 to 3 weeks. Luckily, it only lasts in the morning, and they'll be back on their feet by around 2 p.m. I also had something in here about overscoping and biting off more than you can chew, but I had to cut it for time. And those are just some of the many, many things that Guildhall has taught us. And I, for one, think that's worth the crippling student debt that we will carry to our grave. But all joking aside, the debt is truly worth it for this experience we've shared and the community we've built together. Speaking personally, it has been an immense pleasure to meet and work with all of you. I'm proud of the work I have done here, and I'm proud of the work we have done here, and I hope you feel the same. I know that we are graduating in uncertain times. The industry and the world is changing, and it's hard to predict what will happen tomorrow or the day after that. But I have seen the talent, dedication, and love of the art form that will carry each and every one of us to success. There's one last thing that Guildhall has taught us. Guildhall has taught us that our greatest resource is each other. The bonds, both professionally and personally, that we have formed with each other will help us weather any rough waters we encounter. I mean, if you're about to go over a waterfall, you might as well do it with people you like. The hard part is over. Now go live your lives. Go play some games, go make some games. And if you ever need anything, we'll be here for you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing. At this time, we would like to recognize the cohort graduates. We will take a brief intermission to reset so we can hood here on stage, as our students and faculty move in place for professional. So if you are a graduate or a faculty, this is the time we do our magic. The rest of you, wait just a little bit. It's going to get good. My notes are not moving. There we go.
Feng Shui, Xing Shua, Xing Shua Ga.
I think that's French.
You gotta go the other way.
For the next person. I think we are ready. And as I'm looking back at my colleague, I spoke about uncertainty, and one of the uncertainties in my life was I knew there was a Student Speaker Award, but I didn't know where it was. But I found it, so I am going to rectify my mistake and ask Zane to come up. This is a tradition that goes all the way back. And now back to our regularly scheduled procession.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we present the Guildhall graduates of 2025. Master's candidate in level design. Software development. Belgrave, Master's candidate in software development. Master's candidate in art creation. Anders Eriksson, Master's Candidate in Production. David Flores, Certificate Candidate in Software Development, working to complete Master's. David Garrett, Master's Candidate in Production. Chen Gong, Master's Candidate in Software Development. Master's Candidate in Production. Zane Herrera, Master's Candidate in Level Design, Student Speaker. Joanne Ho, Master's Candidate in Art Creation. Master's Candidate in Software Development. Master's Candidate in Level Design. Certificate Candidate in Level Design, working to complete Master's. Master's Candidate in Level Design. Master's Candidate in Level Design. Changshang Li, Master's Candidate in Software Development. Master's Candidate in Level Design. Master's Candidate in Art Creation. Master's Candidate in Software Development. John Maturakas, Master's Candidate in Level Design. Certificate Candidate in Level Design, working to complete Masters. Song Yin, Master's Candidate in Software Development. Esau, Master's Candidate in Software Development. Master's Candidate in Art Creation. Jordan Rao, Certificate Candidate in Level Design. Xuan Chen Alvin Shen, Master's Candidate in Software Development. Titus Thompson, Master's Candidate in Level Design. Omar Bigness, Certificate Candidate in Software Development. Mohun Wong, Master's Candidate in Level Design. Wilbur Wong, Master's Candidate in Level Design. Edith Wong, Master's Candidate in Level Design. master's candidate in art creation. Master's candidate in level design. Emily Ying, Master's candidate in art creation. Zhang, Master's candidate in art creation. Master's candidate in art creation.
Congratulations to each of you on your accomplishments. And congratulations to your family, friends, supporters, and those in your life that have supported you in this journey. And the next part comes one of the traditions that also goes back to Cohort 1, which I will admit, and the faculty can attest to this, is one of my favorites. We are going to go stand on the steps and get an entire cohort photo. And it's going to be a little bit of chaos, but it's all going to be really good. So what I'll ask is for the graduates to follow the red foam finger, because it's a little bit of a maze to get out to the steps from here. And then for all the family and friends, allow our professional photographer to get a photograph, which will be available to you. And then we will have time. Oh, there's the foam finger. You can see it. There we go. This is our new tradition. After our professional photographer takes the pictures, we will invite all those supporting you to take their pictures, and then we will come back down for some time to hang out with each other and enjoy some snacks and Mustang bread. If you don't know what Mustang bread is, you're in for a treat. Let's go get our photo taken.